Hi, beautiful ones. And thank you so much for joining me for Mindful Mondays. But we're dropping this one on a Sunday. It's Christmas Eve, so Merry Christmas or Happy Festivities, whatever your gig is. And it's so funny when I sat down to record this, because obviously Monday, Christmas morning, I'm doing my thing. I realized just how much I drop into the energy of that start of the week. It's mid-afternoon on a Sunday, and I feel quite a different vibe. So what we're going to do is, I felt it was really still very important to offer this support because, it is the festive season and it can be typically pretty chaotic leading up to this point, Christmas Eve. And a lot of the time, if we've got we'll have family stuff on Christmas Day. Then there's kind of like that decompression period over the following days, and a lot of us will be on holidays for the period from Christmas to New Year, and it's such an opportune time to really drop in and allow ourselves to maybe let go a little bit of some of what we've been carrying. Maybe for the weeks leading up to Christmas, maybe for the whole year. I'll do another video for New Year's Eve or for that week. I'm not going to do a big annual kind of reading or anything like that, but we'll just look at the energies that kind of accompany this time of year typically. So I invite you now, let's just take a deep breath in. And just pausing at the top, let yourself drop into your body. So I know that you could be watching this anytime over the coming week. But I'm still going to invite you to work with an intention, But before we do that, as per usual, I would like to invite you to reflect. So looking back in the past week or over this weekend, when maybe you've been rushing busily trying to get things done last minute, maybe you've already kicked off the Christmas celebrations and you've been busy catching up with people, or maybe you've allowed yourself to just be in your space and not be too stressed about, or maybe you've actually got everything done, and that's, wherever you're at, I invite you to just take a moment to pause and see the gratitude that you can bring into this present moment. Maybe the gratitude that you have loved ones that you are accommodating or that you are preparing to see. Maybe gratitude for actually having done it all and having now this moment. And definitely do bring gratitude for the fact that you are here watching this, for the fact that you've carved out a moment of time to reconnect to yourself. So when we can reconnect to ourselves, it gives us the opportunity to be more present when we step into the space with others, so we can be more connected in the way we're enjoying our loved ones. And if it's a difficult or challenging time, it will offer you the resources to move through those challenges with more grace, perhaps without being drawn into drama or stories that might potentially arise at this time of year. So wherever you're at, just take a moment to acknowledge that. And then consider also, the week ahead. So I'll draw a little card. I've got the rose deck here again, because I love this deck and I feel it's a really gentle, nurturing deck of cards. So if we think about maybe what we need, our awareness for the week ahead, what might be, supportive to consider and reflect upon. And so the card that's come out is called Sub Rosa, Hidden in Plain Sight, the Mysteries and Learning and Teaching. So I will post that image, and I'll post the meaning of that up on up beneath this post, or with this post. I'll see whatever the interwebs let me do, but it will be posted to my page. So Sub Rosa, what are you being called to study, learn more about, or unearth? So this might be a really potent week for reflection for you this week, before we step fully into that transition into the new year, into 2024. You know, maybe invite yourself into deep reflection to see what you're being called for, called towards. So this card represents the great mysteries that are available for us to uncover and to remember. Secrets that are waiting to be found, teachings that your soul might be ready to learn. Look beyond what your eyes can see and dig a little deeper. You're here to uncover lost wisdom, ancient secrets, and deep mysteries. Are you being called to study the great mysteries, to live the great questions, and step into your role as a teacher, a guide, or a mystic? Are you being called to question things and unearth the truths unknown? So when we're talking about that kind of theme, I would invite you to, yes, perhaps you feel drawn to undertake, a course or some kind of mystic pathway. But it all starts within. And so first, I invite you to reflect upon perhaps what untruths, or what truths can you unearth that may yet be unseen from within you? What parts of yourself might you be being called to see and to embrace and to allow to rise to the surface? What parts of your own innate lost wisdom might you be able to invite to the surface now? So I think that's a really lovely and well-timed invitation, given that, as I said, even if you've got family around you and things like that, I do hope that you can get at least, if not a few days, then at least moments, create some time for yourself, maybe in the evenings, maybe early in the mornings, whatever works for you. But this is a particularly potent 7 days, this potent week from the Christmas and the solstice, especially the solstice, which occurred on Friday, and moving through now. So without further ado, we'll drop into a meditation, because, this is where the magic happens. So we can consider all of these meanings and all of the messages. We can consider that with our head, but it's when we drop into our heart and into our body that we really discover our truths, and that idea of the sub rosa, the rose within, the rose beneath the surface, and what our innate hidden wisdom. So let's just pause. Make sure that you find yourself in a comfortable position. Again, this is just going to be a short meditation. Let your eyes gently close. And starting with dropping your awareness on the feeling of your body resting on the seat beneath you. Notice the stability here, the sense of being held firmly, resting into the earth. And as you notice this stable foundation, take a deep breath into your body, expanding your torso and anchoring the breath down to this stable foundation. And as you exhale, allow your body to rest easily into this space. Take another deep breath from the foundation, drawing the energy up through your spine. And as you exhale, allow the crown of your head to be drawn up whilst your shoulders rest away from your ears. Taking one more deep inhale, expanding the belly, the chest, and the shoulders. And with the exhale, let your body relax and release into the earth beneath you. Allowing the breath to return to its natural depth and rhythm. Just bring your awareness to the dark space in front of your closed eyes. Relaxing the small eye muscles, perhaps softening at the corners of your mouth. Resting all the muscles of your face here. If there are any sounds that are coming to you, simply notice them as they move through your awareness. There's no need to label or to judge these sounds. They're just another sensation moving through your experience. Now dropping your awareness into the movement of the breath. Noticing the air moving over the nostrils. The soft movement of your chest and your belly, rising with the in-breath and sinking with the out-breath. Honoring the space in your body. Noticing this relationship between your stillness, but the natural, subtle movements that are always present. We can be both still and active. As we sit in this restful space, I invite you to notice if there have been any thoughts coming to mind, any memories from the week leading up to now. Stress, high activation. Just notice those thoughts in your awareness. as I invite you back to this present moment and this space of peace. Perhaps you choose to take a deeper breath in and let go of anything that you're still carrying. And I now invite you to rest your awareness in your heart space. Knowing that perhaps there are plans for the week ahead. Perhaps there is still some busyness. Perhaps there is space to rest. But rest your mind on that heart space in the center of your chest. And just feel the connection here. As we rest here, we know that when we move out into the world, this connection doesn't go away. We can remain anchored in this heart space. We can remain anchored in our stable foundation as we move through our day-to-day activities. So dropping awareness now back to the feeling of your body resting on the surface beneath you. Noticing your stable foundation, how your heart anchors into the stability of your beingness in this moment. And maybe start by taking a deeper breath or two. Perhaps roll the shoulders away from the ears, moving the body a little. And when you're ready, simply open your eyes. So that was a really quick process, but I felt like it's a beautiful connection. And, of course, if you're interested in doing the expanded work, please get in touch. But I do invite you, I'll post the full meaning of this card. I invite you to perhaps use the next week to drop more deeply into yourself, to explore yourself with love, kindness, compassion, and to be open to what comes up. And of course, that may guide your actions in the world. It may guide you into a new pathway of study or learning or exploration. At the very least, you'll have a more deeply nourishing and possibly mystical understanding of the self and the many layers on which you function. So, beautiful ones, thank you for joining me. I would love to hear when you listen to this, like what day it is, where you're at, how your Christmas has been. And of course, if you get benefit, that would be great to know as well. Otherwise, merry everything. I'll be back in a week and I love you. Be well.